Vertical farming is moving from promise to production, and fast. But here's the surprise. The leap from a 5,000 square foot pilot to a multi facility operation often turns on one thing that doesn't get much attention: packaging. Trays, totes, dividers, handling systems. They touch the plants every hour of every day, and they directly affect yield, sanitation, labor, logistics, and ultimately, whether you earn the trust of major retailers. Today, we're unpacking how the right packaging infrastructure can take you from startup to Fortune 500 scale. Joining me is Jessica from Vantage Plastics. Their team helps growers design packaging systems built for performance, compliance, and circularity. Jessica, welcome.
Thanks, Mark. It's great to be here. You're absolutely right. In vertical farming, packaging isn't a side note. It's part of the production technology. At Vantage Plastics, we think about it as a journey that scales in three phases. Each phase demands different priorities, from food safety and compliance to automation and logistics. So let's start at the beginning with phase one, startup operations.
All right, so this is the 5 to 15,000 square foot stage. The pilot farm trying to prove concept and stretch capital. What's the key focus here?
At this phase, the goal is capital efficiency with compliance built in. From day one, you design for sanitation. Food contact is not optional. You want smooth, non-porous materials that resist bacterial harborage, radiused corners for clean in place, and rib patterns that don't trap water. These details shorten wash cycles and cut chemical use. And material selection matters. Pick something that tolerates repeated hot water or steam sanitation without warping. Think thousands of cycles, minimal dimensional change, and no surface cracking.
So, durability under cleaning stress is a must. What about airflow and drainage?
Exactly. Drainage and airflow are essential. Channel geometry, vent area, and hole placement all affect oxygenation and moisture. If trays hold droplets near the roots, you get inconsistent growth and longer cleaning times. We design tray bottoms that shed water completely, both during washing and in operation. And as teams consider switching to reusables, they should know the math. Reusables cost more upfront, but they often pay for themselves within a couple dozen months. The key is matching load capacity and stiffness to your racks, so the trays don't sag and throw off light alignment or automation later.
That's great insight. And before moving to the next phase, it sounds like you recommend standardizing early, right?
Yes, absolutely. Standardize early to avoid painful retooling later. Think in product families. One base footprint that nests and stacks, with lids and dividers that share the same datum points. And design a shared handling zone that future automation can grab. Those early standards will save you a fortune when you scale up.
All right, phase two, regional expansion. Now we're talking 30 to 100,000 square feet. What shifts at this level?
Now the focus becomes standardization and automation readiness. As labor costs rise, you'll start automating repetitive steps like seeding, transplanting, harvesting, and washing. That means your trays and totes must hold tight tolerances. When robots are involved, even a few millimeters of variation can cause jams, downtime, or mispicks. Design trays with robotic-friendly features, graspable ribs, chamfers for entry, and locator tabs that help sensors and conveyors align.
So you're designing packaging that both people and machines can work with. What about energy use, and how does packaging affect that?
Packaging geometry has a direct impact on lighting efficiency. Reflective inner surfaces and uniform stack heights make light plans more consistent. That can reduce LED intensity and improve HVAC efficiency, which compounds into real savings over time. And as farms expand, audits get tougher. So scale your compliance alongside capacity. Choose materials that clean quickly, resist odor, and hold their shape through hot washes. Also, don't overlook traceability. Use molded-in codes or data plates that survive cleaning, so you can trace each tray from seed to shelf.
And that traceability really becomes important once retailers start demanding transparency.
Exactly. When a retailer asks for lot-level tracking, your packaging often becomes the anchor for that data. Integrate scannable identifiers or RFID tags where they'll survive the wear and tear of cleaning. Protect those codes from abrasion by embedding them in molded zones. That small design choice can save hours in quality checks and order fulfillment.
Okay, let's move to phase three, national scale. We're talking massive footprints now, 200,000 square feet and beyond. What changes at this level?
At national scale, the goal is multi facility consistency and Fortune 500 credibility. Automation becomes end to end. Your trays and totes need consistent grip edges, predictable stiffness under load, and anti jam geometry at transfer points. Validate that the trays can handle full crop mass plus irrigation water without deflecting too much. Low deflection keeps light distances accurate and camera-based analytics reliable. And logistics takes center stage. Design packaging that cubes out trailers efficiently, nests tightly for return, and stacks safely during transport. These are the efficiencies that move the needle in national distribution.
So, packaging now becomes part of your logistics optimization, not just plant handling.
Exactly. And the best operators treat their packaging strategy as part of their vertical integration plan. Work directly with a manufacturer that can design, thermoform, mold, and recycle, all under one roof. That closes the loop. When end-of-life trays come back, they become feedstock for new ones. It's true circularity. Less waste, stable costs, and better supply control.
That's a brilliant model, and I know Vantage Plastics leads in food contact packaging. Tell us a bit about that.
Sure. Our food contact trays are designed to meet applicable FDA requirements. We specify compliant resins, finishes, and surface textures that resist odor, clean easily, and maintain shape through thousands of sanitation cycles. The result is a configurable design family: trays, lids, and dividers that share a common footprint but can be tuned for stiffness, color coding, and texture. That makes cross-facility standardization much easier.
So, it's not one product, it's a system that scales with you.
Exactly. One shared geometry, many tuned options. That's what makes it powerful and future-proof.
Let's talk metrics. What should operators measure to predict whether their packaging can scale successfully?
We track 6 metrics. 1. Load and stiffness. The tray's performance under weight. 2. Wash survivability. How many cycles before dimensional change? 3. Drainage performance. Time to drip-free and residual moisture. 4. Automation reliability. Mispick rate and transfer success. 5. Traceability speed. Scan and verify time per rack. 6. Cube efficiency. How effectively trays fill trailers both full and empty. Teams that monitor these consistently grow faster and negotiate better because they can prove capability with data.
That's practical and measurable, and I love that. So, what about ROI? How does the investment in reusables actually play out?
We actually have a calculator on our website. Most growers see payback within a couple of years, sometimes sooner as they scale. The savings come from lower labor, fewer replacements, better cube utilization, and yield improvements from consistent geometry. When you factor in the durability and circularity, reusables become one of the fastest returning investments in controlled environment agriculture.
So, in short, smarter packaging isn't an expense, it's infrastructure.
Exactly. Whether you're running a 5,000 square foot pilot or a national distribution network, treat packaging as operational technology. The right trays and handling systems improve yield, cut cleaning time, stabilize automation, and build trust with major buyers. And when you're ready to scale, we'll help you lock the spec, validate the numbers, and close the loop sustainably.
Beautifully said. Jessica, thanks for joining us today and for sharing how packaging helps growers scale from startup to Fortune 500.
Thanks, Mark. It's been a great conversation.
And for those listening, you can explore Vantage's ROI calculator and learn more about circular packaging solutions at vantageplastics.com. That's it for today's episode of the Vantage Plastics Podcast. Until next time, keep innovating, keep growing, and scale smart.